Sure. Good afternoon, Chairman Taylor and members of the committee. My name is Orion Smith. I teach social studies and computer science in Fort Worth ISD. So, hi, Senator Powell. And I am also a finalist for the 2018 Fort Worth ISD Teacher of the Year.
Here we go.
He's got to win first.
No.
Understood, Senators. Understood. Well, I'm here to ask you to invest in Texas kids by increasing the allotment weights for English language learners and students living in poverty, aka the compensatory education allotment, as well as supporting public pre-K and strategic compensation for outstanding teachers, which is, of course, the effective educator allotment. And so I'm testifying on the bill only because I don't have the entire thing read yet, like many of you. These are data-driven recommendations that can dramatically increase positive outcomes for our students. I want to tell you about a student in my AP government class. Jorge was his name, though he always asked that we call him George, and he liked to tell me that everything was chill all the time, which is a good statement of his personality. He loved being the class clown, and he pretended not to care about college and AP exams and his GPA. What I eventually discovered, though, was that until his junior year of high school, he hadn't seen enough success in school to believe that he could do anything with his life. His grades were dropping, and his only thought for what to do after graduation was working for his father. Thank goodness that my district paid for George to take his PSAT, and he did so well that Harvard and Stanford started contacting him because they thought he was really interesting. And then his U.S. history teacher, good friend of mine, had to basically beat him about the head with that knowledge, saying it's important that Harvard and Stanford are getting in touch with you right now. This should change your future. So only when a collection of his teachers worked together to support him and helped him realize he could make it to college did he even consider the idea. He did join the AVID program at our school. He turned his grades around, and eventually he went to a great college after winning a massive merit scholarship competition. In a few weeks, George will earn his master's in accounting with a committed job offer the moment he finishes it, which is pretty awesome. His story, to me, reinforces two themes when I look back on it. First, we need resources all through the pipeline, and especially earlier, targeted to students living in poverty and English language learners. We need investments in public pre-K to give kids the early start that they need to work towards their potential long before high school. Second, great teachers that change the trajectories of those students need to be recognized and rewarded. Strategic compensation has obviously shown great results in Dallas ISD, and in my district we don't have that, but I've witnessed many great teachers take those off-ramps into building administration, into district administration, or into the private sector because they're not getting paid what they're worth. So targeted funding, where we know we need it most, helps kids more than across-the-board pay raises, in my opinion. For every George that we can fill with hope in high school, there are 3 or 4 more that can be lifted up far earlier. So thank you for your time and for your consideration of the future of Texas public schools.
Well, thank you, Mr. Smith. Thanks for keeping up teaching.